people perhaps taking part in the Mass, readers. It'd be lovely to see some of the younger people to read, and help will be given. I know it can seem quite a thing standing in front, but it'll help develop their confidence, and it'll be wonderful if anybody with young people who might want to read. Altar servers. Before, many of you remember, before COVID, we had lots of altar servers, and lots of young ladies on the altar, particularly at the family Mass. And sadly now we're down to sort of 2 or 3 or 4. It'd be lovely, or 5. But we really would love some more altar servers. It's lovely to see the young people on the altar assisting the priest, and it's a great way of taking part in the service. I think sort of age 9, 10 onwards is what we said. It'd be lovely if anybody has got someone who they think might help. And again, help and support will be given to that. Baptism preparation. That's a key way of engaging the young families when they've had their children baptised. And we have somebody who's interested in starting that, but she needs some help. So if anybody's willing to help, again, it's not a lot. I think it's sort of 1 or 2 sessions just to talk about what's going to happen at baptism. And again, anybody who thinks they might be able to help, if you put your name down. Funeral bereavement team. This is just an opportunity. We have, sadly, quite a lot of funerals in the church, and they tend to be a mixed denomination. If there was the occasional parishioner who could help the people with the service and just help them understand or help them with what's going on, that would be a lovely way of showing our faith to people who come into our church from outside the community. That's sort of a very early idea, but it sounds horrible. It's just really accompanying people who come to the funeral and maybe helping them what's happening. I'm going to chance to sit down very briefly. I'm sorry, the slides are on. Teresa is going to briefly say about scripture study. John White.
And my dream was to fill the hall with people who loved God. And we managed it, Father Peter. We've got a hall full of people to love God. So that was our dream. But COVID came along and put a stop to it all. But we studied the scriptures for the gospel reading the following Sunday. It's quite informal. We talk about it, what we think. We bring all our things from our school and education, from things with friends that we've met, things from Jesus and the gospel. And sometimes we're a bit perplexed. So we all decide, well, we'll wait and see what Father Peter's got to say on Sunday. See if his matches up with ours. Then for the prayer group side of it, there's a book in the back of church. Bill puts a book in the back of church, and people write in all their prayer requests. And it's so lovely to be part of their prayer life and looking at what they want to pray for. And they put notes in saying how they're getting along, and so we get feedback to see how things are going. So it's just lovely. And it brings a closeness and a bond with each other. We all love God, we all want to get a closer relationship with Him, and we're praying for the people of our parish. Some of the prayers are simple, some of the children write prayers as well, and it's beautiful. The age group ranges from 16 to 90, so everybody's welcome. It is quite informal. We start with a cup of tea. Some people will bring a prayer they found or something they've happened that week. It starts at 7 o'clock. It's about 45 minutes. Everybody's welcome. And it would be lovely to see all of you turning up on a Wednesday at 7 o'clock to be part of our prayer and liturgy group. We do it every other Wednesday, so we've not got a date for you yet. But if you watch the notice boards, things in front, you'll find out when it's the first day. So thank you.
7 up to 16, and it will be an informal group. It will be a chance for young people who have questions about their faith and maybe want to explore the faith more deeply. Questions such as, how do I know that God exists? Who is the person Jesus Christ? How do I live a good Christian life in this ever-challenging world? So if you know of any young people who might be interested, or maybe who have doubts about the faith, or maybe have lapsed over the last few years, invite them along. Like Teresa, the first date hasn't been confirmed yet, but if you just look on the notice board and in the newsletter, that will announce when the first date will be. It will be every other Wednesday, so alternated with the scripture study group. but just keep your eyes peeled for the first day. Right, thank you.
Thank you very much, Joy, and the food is sitting there nicely. So, other ideas, and I think I've put it on the sheets, it came up in the discussions earlier in the year, joint pilgrimage to Walsingham. Not just yet, hopefully. We'll go back. No. And perhaps even there was a diocesan visit, that was fine, thank you. A diocesan visit to Lourdes, which is something we could consider. So in terms of community, which is shown here, up until very recently we had a plan, because I know a lot of mothers or parents and toddlers go around the community for parents and toddlers group, and it was asked if we could do one here. And we had a plan, like all good late plans. Unfortunately, it's just gone wrong because the person who's going to help us is not very well. So please, if there's someone out there who can help us with the parent and toddlers group, we have this great hall. We would help whatever's needed for that, but we would love to start a parent and toddlers group. So we just need somebody who can help us do it, because unfortunately the person who's involved is no longer available. So social events, I've mentioned about the family, and again, parish social family events, and to follow that, we are having here in 2 weeks' time, on the 15th, we're having a bit of an open house. So we're going to open the bar lounge will be open, and everybody would come along and just chat, have a drink, and just perhaps follow on from here. If some thoughts have been spurred, you might say, talk to others to see if they want to do it. But we are having an event on the 4th, on the 15th of October, as shown there, was. So the other thing is, we used to have quite a while ago events such as Christmas and Easter fairs. And again, I think the families like that. So whether you might want to consider those, just let us know. And use the parish centre for family occasions like birthdays. There we go. Went the wrong way. Charity, maybe there's something else we've missed in terms of the things we do for charity, or you have a charity that you're closely involved with. Visiting the sick and the housebound for a chat is something not easy to do, but there may be someone out there who's come from an environment where they feel comfortable with that. And again, it's always nice to try and remember those who can't get out to church, to try and visit those. And maybe someone's got an idea who's moved into the area, how we can engage with people who move into the area and follow up maybe by a visit and a chat to see new people that come forward. Comms, more opportunity for listening. Maybe we can have coffee with the priest or the deacon to have a chance to chat. These are just ideas, and hopefully you've got some more of your own. There we are. This is the last one, I can assure you, before Drew. So, I think the message is, hopefully you can hear, is that you, the parish community, are key to anything we do, because that is the parish family. Everybody in this room and the others who unfortunately couldn't make it today, we are the parish family. And anything that needs to happen will only happen through ourselves here. And perhaps it's a time when you can consider your relationship with our family parish and also with Jesus. It's not easy, but it's sometimes worth sitting down and having to think about that. Remember, it's Jesus who's blessed you with the gifts and talents you have. You all have something to offer, I'm sure, and those who come through God. So, final little advertising for the form on your table. Please have a look. See if there's anything you would like more than what's on there. And to slightly amend a quote from John F. Kennedy, maybe you can ask not what your parish can do for you, ask what you can do for your parish. So thanks very much. So what we're going to do now is Drew is going to give a short summary of the parish finances, and then the food bar, so to speak, will be open. And if you've got any burning questions you'd like to ask, please, or have a chat. It's a very informal sort of sit down and chat. Talk to either me or any members of the parish council or each other. I will hand out your sheets. Can I give these to each table? Again, for the money figures.
And for the past 16 years. I've been the bookkeeper, so I pay all the bills and control or look at income and expenditure. And also I've got a responsibility as the gift aid organiser as well. So people with use the envelopes can also, if they are a taxpayer, we can claim the gift aid back on their donations. It's quite profitable for parishes, really. We average around 10,000 most years, which is a big help to the parish. When I first came in this morning, John said to me, keep your presentation brief, because I'll have frazzled them by the time you get on. So I don't intend going through this line by line, but the income side of things, the standing orders and the offertory donations, the standing orders and envelopes, I've got 35,487 there. An interesting thing that I've discovered this week when I was looking at those figures was that 18,000 of that 35,000 comes from people now using the bank, standing orders. So it's a lot easier for us, you know, when it's automated in that way, that you pay your money, you know, you donate via a standing order at the bank. So that's over half that amount. There's a donation there as well. We were fortunate that one of our parishioners that died left us a legacy of 20,000, which was payable over 2 years, 10,000 each of the last 2 years. So again, that helped us quite a lot. The expenditure, we were to pay a percentage levy based on the previous year's offertory donations. And is it 7%, Father? Is it as much as 7%? The levy? 23%. That's a lot higher than I thought. But that's what that is there, the diocesan levy. So we're to make 10 payments throughout the year of 15,200 this year. It has actually reduced that because the offertories have reduced over the years. So that's on its way down. I won't go through all these line by lines, but you'll probably notice that there is a deficit there on the ordinary account of £7,227. This is defrayed a little bit by the parish centre's account of 2,116. So the deficit of income over expenditure, we spent £5,111 more than we got in. But looking further down the sheet there, you'll notice that a change in market value for PIF investment. The PIF investments, when we sold the building next door, some 325,000.